You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Podcast Network. Find all of our shows at wearelibertarians.com. You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Learn more at wearelibertarians.com.
Welcome to the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast. This is episode number 427 of East Central's favorite podcast. Jeremiah Morrill here, joined by, we'll start in backwards order, executive video producer, audio engineer, Coach Zach Burcham.
Evening.
He's full of energy and very excited to be here, as always.
I'm actually feeling pretty good.
It's
been a long week. Short week's the longest.
He sounded pretty grouchy in Patreon, so I'm glad he's good now.
That's because they fed me Doritos.
My forever co-host, making an appearance 2 months in a row, Mr. Dakota Davis is here, and you brought along a snack-sized Davis.
That's right. Jackson's here. Say hi, Jackson.
Hi.
Hi, Jackson. Jackson's going to tell us a big story, and then they're going to bail because bedtime is coming up.
Yeah.
And
it is 13 minutes past bedtime.
And we can't trust Mr. Bones to not say words that
Yeah.
children can't hear.
I didn't know bedtime was like a legit out. I would have used that a long time ago.
Last week, Mr. Bones committed to really trying this year and making himself better.
That's before I knew bedtime, though, was a qualifier for leaving.
Hey, bedtime can be a good way to make yourself that consistent bedtime.
Yeah.
So Mr. Bones is here. He's got his new, refreshed, excited attitude for 2026.
Yes.
And then the featured guest for the evening, who promises to stay past bedtime and all the way through to the end of the show, is Presley Sorah,
That will be.
Indiana's own ARCA racer, who announced some very big news last week, and we're going to get to talk about that on the show.
Absolutely.
That's the plan. Dakota, do you want to give a pitch for anything before we get going? We good? You want to do the middle, or we got it covered?
I think we got it covered.
All right. Today's show is about our lives in rural Indiana. We're here to push your boundaries and make you think as individuals. Sometimes we will provoke you. Other times we'll make you laugh, but hopefully you'll always learn something new. If you're a patron, you get the show notes, which I failed to drop into the Facebook group because I got distracted today by work, but I'm going to do that now. So they will have them. And Mr. Bones will tell you the other features of being in the Patreon.
Other features of being in the Patreon are you get a brief little show in the first part where we discuss random things. Sometimes you'll like those, and sometimes you probably won't.
Really selling it.
Yeah. I'm taking one of the things off the table right now that you could see if you join Patreon.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's no freebies.
No,
You don't even get
no
to see
spoiler
what
alerts.
food we try.
He's not even going to show a little cap. He's
No.
putting it away.
Yeah. And if you give us $50, donate. Not give us, but donate $50 every month, I'm going to tell you thank you. Or when Dakota's here, he gets to tell you thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The $50 a month club. Drum roll, please. We have Jonathan Phillips, who's at Great Lakes Honda in Fishers, Indiana. Then we have Varsity Outfitters, Blake Reese out here in Newcastle, Indiana. Thomas Oakes from Walnut Ridge RV, and Moral Monument Cleaning and Pops Recycle, both based outside of Rushville, Indiana.
In beautiful Rush County. Excellent job and very efficient. All right. Jackson, I didn't really care about getting your dad on the show today. This was about you and getting to talk with Jackson Davis because you did something really, really cool this week. You are doing a fundraiser with your class in your school, right? You go to Try?
Yes.
Yes. And you guys are raising money for the American Heart Association. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. You're raising some money, right? And you put a video out?
Yes.
All right. Tell me what's in the video. What are we raising money for?
I don't know.
It's for other kids, right?
You do. What are
Yeah.
you raising money for? What did you say in the first video that you ever made? Who's the money for?
I don't know.
Well,
It's
it's
just-
right after Dakota, guys.
Are you getting some stage fright going on? You nervous?
Don't be nervous. It's just us
All right.
talking.
We're just talking, buddy.
So you have got over $500 raised already for the American Heart Association, which is amazing. That's so good. And your school is trying to raise $9,000. So you have already gotten like a bunch of the money from the whole school. I think the school's raised like $3,000 so far, and you've raised $500 of it.
Yeah.
That's like first place. Gotta be. But we're gonna do more, right? Because you said you want to do. How much money do you think you actually want to get raised?
12,000.
You want 12,000. So you want to increase their goal from 9,000 to 12,000.
Who's gonna get the $12,000 when you raise it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Help him out, Dad.
Who gets the money? You get the prize if you raise the money, right?
Yes.
What kind of prize do you get?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
No.
You don't remember where you'll get to go or anything?
Yes.
Where are you gonna get to go?
Covers?
Culver's.
Culver's. Does the whole school get to go to Culver's?
No.
No? So who gets to go to Culver's?
Whoever wins. Whoever class wins.
Whichever class. So the class gets to go to Culver's. Wow. All right.
Does anything happen to your teacher if your class wins?
Yes.
What happens?
They have to. Your teacher has to get so string.
They're gonna be silly stringed.
Yeah. You get to silly string your teacher.
Do you think your teacher has it coming?
You get to silly string whatever teacher you want.
Oh, you could pick any teacher. All right.
Yes.
Do you have a certain teacher that's like your target?
My teacher
Your teacher.
Who's your teacher?
is Bertrand.
Yeah.
Miss Bertram?
Yes.
All right.
So what else happens? Does anything happen to Mrs. Ham, your principal?
Yes.
What happened?
They have to get a pie in their face.
She didn't get a pie in her face? You know, Mrs. Ham's husband was on this podcast one time. Because he has a coffee shop called The Press. It's pretty good. I bet maybe he'll supply the pie. Because I bet he's got whipped cream there.
All right, Jackson. If somebody wants to donate, do you know how they do it?
No.
All right. Jackson, ask your dad for a lifeline.
If you want to donate to Jackson's fundraiser, you can. Well, while you got this playing in the background, you can hop on my Facebook page, and I think it's the most recent post to see the link, or you can go to the American Heart Association's website and look for Tri Elementary's fundraiser. But you got to type in Jackson Davis.
You've got to make sure it's coded to the right child.
That's right. And Jackson to get started in the fundraiser, you completed the mission, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
His mission.
Yep. You got a cape for it, right? Because you're a CPR superhero now.
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you do CPR?
No.
Oh.
You had to watch a video on how to perform CPR.
Now, why is it important for people's hearts to be good? Do you know why? You know why people have the American Heart Association is important?
No.
No.
What does your heart do?
Pumps blood.
Yeah. So, your heart pumps some blood all through your body. So what's
Mr. Bones doesn't know any of this, so you have to explain it to him.
Yeah.
Teach me.
So what's so important about your heart, Jackson? Why does it need to work so good?
Oh no.
You already said it. It pumps blood through your body.
Jackson, for being 14, I'm starting to be disappointed in your ability to communicate. I don't know. How old are you again?
5.
Oh my God. You're doing great. You're doing great then. I thought you were a junior at Tri. What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Oh, wow. All right. Do you take naps?
No.
No.
We
All
at
right.
recess?
Yes.
Ooh. You guys have a rivalry with Lincoln School yet?
I don't know what that is.
They're a really small school. Not many people know about them.
True.
Usually,
Actual.
Just
usually
walked,
an easy W on
into
the
a running
schedule.
joke on the show.
All right, Jackson. Well, good luck. When you get your big prize, you let us know, okay? You come back and tell us how it went.
Yes.
All right. And when the lakes freeze up, maybe we'll go out to Westwood and play.
And there's 17 days left on his fundraising, and if you find the video, I've linked the post in the video. I tried to link the actual page, but it's got the longest URL ever, and will not hyperlink into the chat. But
All
I've
right.
linked the posting into the chat.
It's the pinned comment in the chat for now, and the video should stay live for about 30 days until Zuckerberg wants us to put pennies in to keep it alive.
I'm shocked that he doesn't remember who the money goes to, because it's like he's said it nonstop for days.
Well, this is important because you're doing this for kids with birth defects, right?
Yes.
Yes, because some kids aren't born perfectly ready to go. They need a little work.
Yes.
All right, good. And this is important to you because your new sister had some stuff going on, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Is she getting all straightened out now?
I think so.
All right, we hope so.
It's not entirely clued in on the details. She's getting there.
As far as I know, sure,
Yeah.
she's good.
She seems like a normal baby.
Yeah, she cries a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Did June cry a lot, Jackson?
Yes.
yeah. Did she talk back yet? I don't know.
Did she yell at you?
No.
All right. We
Yeah.
got any more questions for the witness before we let him go?
No.
He's turning hostile.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't know.
You
Make a great informant one day.
This sounds like a congressional hearing.
Yeah.
does.
You really could testify to Congress.
Yeah.
You're not getting yourself in any trouble at all,
No,
kid.
very, very,
None of this can be used
PR
against
trained.
you.
Very good at this.
He keeps a meter stick between he and the Fifth Amendment, just like plead the Fifth.
PR professional.
I want you to know, Jackson, I've interviewed candidates for county council that have had just as much to say as you.
It's true.
Makes for a good show.
Some of them should take us down.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Congratulations. We're very proud of you. And you can't take the microphone with you. I'm going to need that for next week.
Yeah,
sure?
we know he's no fun.
What if he raises enough money? Can he
All
take it
right,
then?
fine. You raise $12,000, you can have the microphone. How's that? You want to do it that way?
No.
You raise $12,000. I'll give you the mic. Oh, Presley, Sorah,
Yes.
I don't want to distract from the child in the room,
Mhm.
but you've had a heck of a week too.
It's been a busy one, that's for sure. Yeah.
You've been working on something for a very long time.
Mhm.
A year ago, you got to go to Daytona with Indiana racer Andy Hillenberg's race team, Fast Track Racing,
Mhm.
and you got to test a race car.
Yes.
So that was your first time going around the 2.5 mile granddaddy of them all speedway in Daytona, Florida.
Second, actually.
So
This year was my third year.
this is
going
your
down there
third
testing.
time going down,
Mhm. Yeah.
but you're not just testing this year.
Not just testing.
You have a ride.
Yes.
You're going to be driving the number 9 Ford
Mm-hmm.
in the Arca Menard Series Daytona 200,
Yes.
the weekend of the Daytona 500.
Yes.
Biggest stock car racing weekend on the planet,
Pretty crazy.
and you're in it.
Yes, I know. It. I don't think it'll set in until I'm standing on the grid and the national anthem's playing, and even then, it probably won't set in until after I've done it. But yeah, I'm excited. I wouldn't have thought that it was ever going to happen. We've gone down there and tested the last 2 years prior to this year, and then again this January. The last 2 years were to get approval for other races. Like first year, I had to do that to get approval for my short track license, and then last year for like 1.5 miles and stuff like that. But this year I was already approved and ready to rock and roll for Daytona and Talladega and all the big tracks. So just went down there to shake the car down, knocked off any bit of rust I may have from any lack of participation last year, namely in the fall. But yeah, we were ready to rock and roll. I'm excited for it. I was telling everybody down at the test that I wish that it was just like the upcoming weekend, because I'm ready to get it rolling. Like I'm in race mode now. They could have lined us all up down there at the test, and I was good to go. Now, unfortunately, we got to sit and wait for 4 or 5 weeks, and the actual race is on February 14th. But I'll still be prepared and ready to go then. And super speedway racing is pretty crazy. There's a lot of different factors that go into success at those tracks. So, I would say 10-20% is a good car, 10-20% is a good driver, and then the rest is all kind of luck based, which you do make your own luck. And there's some drivers that have mastered the art of super speedway racing. But for me, I've never run one before aside from testing. I've never run one in competition. So
When you're testing, is it single car stuff, or do you get to really practice in the draft and around a bunch of race cars? Because that's where I would be. That's got to be a big transition, like running in a pack.
yeah, there's a few cars that do draft down there, but most of them don't. Especially, the bigger operations will go out in a 5 to 8 car draft. But pretty much everyone, mid pack on back with their organizational level, we really don't run too much drafting at all, because the last thing we want to do is get 4 or 5 of our cars out there and
tear them all up.
The lead car lose a motor, and the 3 or 4 behind him go off into the wall and total 4 race cars in about 5 seconds.
So
So
the next thing you know, our whole season is done.
yeah, that would be very suboptimal. So, with the way Daytona and Talladega work, you're running a 50-50 on bringing that thing back to pit road at the end of the day or not. But yeah, we'd rather run that risk in February rather than January.
when there's TV cameras on and money on the line.
Yes, that's correct.
So who's paying for it?
So I've got some really great returning partners, Go Gut Microbiotics. So they're back for their first ever race as a primary sponsor. So I'm super excited. They're located down in Port Orange, Florida. They've got a new business now that they've been working on for a while. It's Go Gut Cafe. So Go Gut Cafe will be on the car as well. And that's an actual sit down location where you can go in and eat some of their different recipes that have all this gut health and prebiotic soluble fiber just to help your digestive system. So yeah, I'm super excited to have them back on board. They had always wanted to sponsor car at Daytona, and before meeting me, didn't really have a good resource to. So we got into contact with them last year, and they hopped on board at Indianapolis. Did one of the smaller associate spots. Was actually on the lower part of the hood for that race, and then did the same at Toledo later in the fall. And I push my social media side of things, as hard as I possibly can to make sure that my partners and everybody's return on investment is as high as possible. So, even if success on the track isn't, how we were really hoping for it to be, which has happened in the past, I just push everything outside of that to make sure that even if, the track stuff doesn't go well, they're at least being seen online on social media, at least getting, website views and stuff like that.
The paint scheme looks really good.
Looks really good. Yep. We have Health Markets back on board as well. So we have 5 of their agents, Rick Fallis, Michael Winter, Laura Roush, Troy Holder, and Mark Jones. So they're all hopping back on board, and they were on the car at Toledo as well. And then a few of them were on board at IRP last year. So this for Goga and Health Markets, this will be, Health Markets, this will be their 4th race because they were with us at Kansas too. But yeah, so everybody's super excited. We're all kind of antsy. We just want to get the thing going. So it's awesome to have all those guys back on board and support me. And like I said, it's cool that even when the on-track stuff doesn't go well, which happens in racing, that I still have this core support group that, they're happy to hop back on board. And obviously, they're seeing results on their end too that show, well, this sponsorship is working. Because if it wasn't working in some way, they'd just shoot me down.
These cars live on too, right? I mean, the NASCAR game came out, and all of a sudden people can beat Presley Sorah in a NASCAR game that they're playing at home on their console.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So the NASCAR 25 game, it was the first produced by the iRacing developers. So, which if you know me, I'm a huge iRacer. I've done it since 2018. I'm all about it. So It's pretty cool. iRacing did that, but yeah, last year they added the ARCA series for I think maybe the first time the ARCA series has ever been in a video game, definitely in recent time. And they added my Indianapolis car from last year and also the Toledo car. I don't even know if you knew that, but they added the Toledo car as well, which is crazy. I mean, I thought it was nuts to have one car in the game, but to have two is even wilder. But yeah, so it's pretty cool that, not only am I immortalizing these video games, but now my sponsors are as well. So, anytime you load up NASCAR 25 forever, Presley Sorah is going to be in the number 66 Ford Mustang with health markets, Go Gut, all of that on it. So, it's pretty neat. And, I'm a NASCAR gamer at heart. Like I grew up playing the games on the Wii, the PlayStation 3, all of that. And, if you had told 5-year-old me that, I'm 15, 16, 17 years, I'd be playing as myself on a video game, I would have looked at you like you were nuts. Obviously, that was the goal, but, getting there, it's been pretty wild. So pretty cool.
By the way, anytime you want to go in NASCAR 2000, I'd take you down.
Alrighty. That sounds like a plan.
On Nintendo 64.
Who is
Sounds
your
like a plan.
who's the driver you like to be in NASCAR 2000?
I was a Rainbow Warrior.
You were big
Checks
Jeff
out.
Gordon guy.
I was.
That's exactly what I would.
Yeah. The
Yep.
guy
Where
showed
I
last
would
week
put
in
him.
Miami sweatshirts. It all checks out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have seen me
The
in
stars are
a,
aligning.
in a Kenny Schrader car. for
No, I
sure.
wouldn't have.
Yeah.
After I passed you during lap time.
That
Should be a lap down.
MV2 Pontiac was quick, man. All right, so you talked about the sim racing thing. That's been your tagline. Is it was sim to reality? You went from iRacing to really running in one of the highest levels of NASCAR, the nationally touring series. You're still sim racing,
Yes.
and you just had a hell of a win.
Yes, we did. So this weekend
We can
in
say
real-
hell now. The kid's gone.
I know,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
We're now
good.
free. Yeah.
Say what you want, Mr. Bones.
Yeah. Well, that's not a challenge.
Hey, 14. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah, we made it that long. But yeah, so this weekend in real life is the real life iRacing Rolex 24-hour race at Daytona. So on iRacing, it's not sponsored by Rolex, but it's the iRacing Daytona 24, and it is a carbon copy to the real life race. You've got the DPI prototype cars or GTP or whatever they call them now. They change every couple of years.
The top series.
Yeah,
Or the top
series.
car in the series.
Yeah. So GTP, you have LMP2. We don't have LMP3 because we don't have enough dentists on iRacing to warrant that. But then we have GTD cars as well, and they have a couple different splits through the weekends. Like they have one that starts Friday night, one that starts like stupidly early on Saturday morning, and then one that starts mid Saturday. So my team and I, Highside Motorsports, we loaded up in the Saturday like midday race, and we had honestly probably the craziest race I've ever had on iRacing in
How
my
many?
life.
So this is a team racing deal. You're doing a
Yes.
24-hour race.
Mhm.
How many drivers did you have for this sim race
We had
on
three.
your team?
We had three on our team.
So that's exactly what they do for a real 24-hour race.
Yeah.
3 to 4 drivers.
Typically, we run 3 or 4. In past years, we've run 4. We ran 3 this year, but there was driver or teams in there with like 6 or 7. Drivers
I
in their
should
car.
mute you.
Yeah, I know. I work in elementary school. It's part of it. It's like I'm contractually obligated. But,
I'm
yeah.
40-something years old and don't have this problem that you people do.
Yeah, but
It didn't hit me till Zach went
I saw
there.
the juggle moment.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So this Daytona 24 race we had, I was first one in the car, and it went well. I qualified like 9th or so in our class. We were running LMP2. So flashback to last year, my team and I, we won the overall race. So we won GTP first overall, and so we figured, well, we've won the top class now, so let's move down and try to get the next one under that. So
Which means you're getting run over the entire time. Like,
What?
you're getting passed the entire time you're running.
Yeah, so
You're not the
honestly,
fastest car. This is difficult.
I would say LMP2 is probably the most challenging because the GTP cars are so much faster that you make the decisions the whole time. Like everybody else is in a slower class. So all they've got to do is run their line, and you get around them. It's like everything's on you. But with LMP2, you're not the fastest class.
You're not the
So
slowest.
Exactly. So there's cars flying past you at the same time as you're flying past other cars. And the time spread between each class is about the same. So from GTP down to LMP2 and then LMP2 down to GT3, it's pretty similar. So it's challenging. And my first stint went well. I had a little brush with the wall. We had a little bit of damage we had to get fixed. It got fixed in a couple pit stops. And I got out of the car, and we run about 2-hour stints when we're in the car, which was 3 fuel runs. So I did my 2-hour stint. My teammate hops in the car, and which, if you don't know, they're not actually with me. So you're
virtually
sim at their
passing
house.
the baton over to them.
Yes, exactly. So my teammate hops in the car, and this is a newly added to iRacing thing within the last year. I look at the forecast in the session, and I'm like, that doesn't look that good. It's showing a little percentage of rain in about 45 minutes. That's not great. And because we didn't practice for rain. I mean, we sat and we did our practice in dry weather. We did daytime practice, nighttime practice, but rain's not something 9 times out of 10 you're going to have to play with.
Is this random or somebody playing God?
This is random. Yeah, this is random.
I thought she was just over there with a garden hose. Like
I know. Yeah. Yeah. So the percentage chance that they gave us for rain, which actually this is a nice little tie-in for our weather this weekend, actually, because it's probably going to be about the same situation. Our chance for rain in the session was 5%. And I got out of the car after the first 2 hours, looked at the forecast, and it showed, rain, the chance increasing. As I'm watching it, my teammates driving, I'm like, you better get ready because it's about to rain. And sure enough, it poured, and we had a monsoon for probably 6 hours. And it was through the night, actually, is when it was raining. So pretty much actually as soon as the sun went down, it started pouring, and it went for 5 or 6 hours, and it was unbelievable. I mean, I have never sawed on an iRacing car like I did with this one. It was so sketchy. There was like one dry line, and you're following other cars, and the spray's kicking up in your windshield. I mean, you're literally driving off in the corner, watching cars' taillights, and like hoping that they're going on.
And
the
people
right
are
path.
spinning constantly, I'm sure, in this.
Oh, spinning, hitting the wall, and then you're also at the same time as that battling the fact that, well, there's slow traffic to get around, fast traffic getting around you. It was crazy. It was wild.
So tell me about what kind of other competition was in this for you? Any notable drivers people might know?
Nobody that they would know, but we were good. There were probably 4 teams or so that were as good as we were. The big thing with the Daytona 24, though, is the fact that, if you stick around for all 24 hours and keep it pretty clean, you're going to finish pretty good. Because, that long of a race, there's a lot of stuff that happens, especially when there's a tsunami.
Part of the
for
race
6
being
hours.
rain.
Yeah. So I would say that we were for sure top 2, but generously top 4. And there was one other team that was, man, they ran really, really well the whole race. We had a little hiccup about halfway in, had some more extensive damage. So we ended up falling 4 laps off the lead. And we drove it back to 2 laps off the lead. And we were at the point in the last few hours of the race where we were like, well, we're going to need some trouble to happen to these guys. And trouble struck. So, you can watch other cars. We were watching, or my teammate was in the car driving, and I'm at this point watching. And instead of watching my teammate, I know he's good. He's got it under control. I'm watching the leader because I'm like, well, something's got to happen to him for us to have a chance. And this guy is driving the hell out of this thing. I mean, like, got the wheels kicked up off the curbs like 2 feet.
So he's just going 10-10.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't need to be.
Oh, yeah. It's like Marcos Ambrose back in the Cup Series days. I mean, he is wheeling, and he's fast. The guy was fast. And I was like, this he's our hope. He's going to crash because, he was taking these curbs like it was a coin flip on if he'd make it across every single time. And he was so far. I was like, he's going to crash. So they pulled him out of the car, put someone else in, and this new guy was slow as molasses. I mean, awful, but he was clean.
Was there a driver minimum, just like there is in real racing, where you have to do a certain amount of time?
No, well, there is a minimum time. I don't know what it is, but everybody clears it pretty easily. The one thing that they do though is the field is set based on average strength of the team. So we all have like a rating number, and so it puts an average out there, and that's what determines the field. Well, my team, we're good every year because we're all dead even. We can all go out and make the exact same pace. You can throw any one of us in there and they'll be the fastest. Like it's just, we're that close. So we're a very nice average, but others will have one or two hot shot drivers and one or two really poor drivers. So that's where we catch up, because where we're just a solid pace overall, you'll have some guys clicking off qualifiers, and then the next person that goes in the car for 2.5 hours is terrible. And so they put this guy in with about, 2.5 hours left, and he's slow, really, really slow. And we're like, we don't need this guy in the car because he's too clean. He's driving like they should. He's being careful. He's got a 2-lap lead. He's doing what he needs to do, but that's not good for us. Well, and then they end up switching it back to the other guy. That dude went out on the track, and mind you, I'm streaming my POV of this race. So I went into our kitchen and I was eating breakfast, watching my stream on my phone of my teammate driving the car and all. And I see the leader crash. I promise, in my 22 years on this earth, I have never run so fast as I did back to my bedroom to get on that simulator and see that he crashed. And sure enough, he hit a curb too hard, crashed, and they ended up losing 15 laps in the last 2 hours of the race. It was a 15-lap swing, and we pulled it back.
2-lap lead to down 15.
Yes, and we pulled it back from down 4 at one point, maybe even 5 to winning the race. So it was crazy. We're very, very happy, and now we get to go play in GTD next year, because that'll be the last class that we have to win to finish the suite.
To get the hat trick for the Daytona virtual iRacing.
Yes.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So 80 laps at Daytona in the real car coming up.
Yep.
On the oval, that you can't run 80 laps in a car. You can't run 80 laps without stopping. You need fuel.
Yeah, you have to stop. Yeah.
Do we have live pit stops in ARCA, or are we they have a stage break?
They'll have
How's
a
this
scheduled break. I want to say it's at halfway. I'll have to check for sure. Here's the thing with the Daytona ARCA race. We don't need the scheduled caution because we got enough as is. And I'm not saying that I won't even be one. I mean, who knows? But they have a lot of yellow in that race every year. And
I'm just trying to figure out if there's live pit stops. Like, you have to
no,
worry about that?
no, shouldn't, at least if the trend continues from years past. So I wouldn't think so.
And with no funny games. We're gonna have fresh tires. We need fresh tires for the race.
Yeah, and thankfully
This is
Daytona.
You get there. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Two sets of tires for the race, and you're probably fine.
Yeah.
All right. I like your chances, man.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just, to me, it's the drafting. Like, legitimately in a draft with, you're 22 and a third of the drivers are younger than you. That's the part that's just going to be wild.
yeah.
Just the trust you have to have in people that you don't know necessarily if you can trust them yet.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about the ARCA series is, like, it is, at the end of the day, a developmental series for NASCAR. So, there's some people that make a career out of ARCA, but a lot of them are younger drivers, and it's a stepping stone to move forward. So, Daytona like this, especially with it being the first race of the season, there's a lot of people that, this is their first time, me included, first time super speedway racing. So it's kind of a you don't know what you don't know sort of deal. But I'm going to watch as much footage as I can, and I've been to the race quite a few times, and I understand how the car functions and works. I just have to do it. So
If you need practice, 465 between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m.
absolutely, yeah,
And then the hours in between like 4 p.m. to like 5:30.
staggered 4 wide
Mhm.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from the moment we're recording this race is 22 days away. It's going to be at noon on Valentine's Day, February 14th,
Yes.
on Fox.
Yes. Big boy Fox.
Big Fox. This
Yes.
is not FS1,
Nope.
FS2, no streaming. This is like
Fox Network.
This is where the IndyCar races are. This is where the NFC Championship game is going to be played this weekend on
Yeah.
Fox.
The race last year had its highest viewership since 2013. Had 1.16 million live viewers for the race, which ARCA has good numbers, but 1.2 million is a lot.
That's good for a NASCAR race.
That's 1.2 million is good, really good.
Can we beat her?
So I'm looking at the front page of ARCARacing.com.
Mhm.
Two of the top stories. One, Hailie Deegan's back.
Mhm.
Two, Presley Sorah reunites us with fast track racing. Literally, this is the front page of ARCA's
That's pretty
website.
cool. Yeah.
I'm over the moon excited.
Yes.
And we're hoping that maybe we got some more races to announce later down the line too. Right now, it's a one race deal
Mhm. Yeah.
with this team. That's the way a lot of these go for you.
Mhm. Yeah.
But if it goes well, maybe we got some more stuff down the line that can happen.
Yeah, and like my big thing too is, maintaining a good partner relationship too. So I mean, I want my partners to come back because I want them to see that I've helped their numbers and everything. So, yeah, I mean, I would say this off season I have put in. I've been working the last couple weeks harder than I've ever worked on my life on anything on this Daytona deal. So, I think right now I have the most momentum, sponsorship and funding and partner wise as I've ever had. So, that's by no means me saying I'm going to go do a full season because that's not realistic at this point. But hopefully more than years past and more quality races than years past.
Well, and as you go down and you're viewed as legitimate, all of a sudden you meet people down there and they take an interest in Presley Sorah racing, and the next year you've got more opportunities, and the network builds and grows, and people get invested.
Yeah.
All right, it's exciting, man.
Yeah. Well, and Daytona too is the great equalizer. So,
I mean, this could be
there's a non-zero chance I could go win this race.
Being in the camera shot is very real, and it's not a zero chance that you could win.
Correct.
I mean, this
Daytona equals everything out.
Yeah.
And while that makes it more chaotic, you're not battling the equipment as much. You're not, there's a lot of factors that can go against you, but at the same time, there's a ton of factors that can go for you. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? I'm trying to view this race as what could really put me on the map in the NASCAR scene. I think obviously if I do well, that would, hopefully turn some heads. And if I can go out and win the thing, then that would turn a lot of heads, I think. So that's the goal.
Just so people follow along at home here, your day job is what?
I'm an elementary school paraprofessional. So
you were at work today.
I was at work today, 6:30 a.m. sharp. You
are scheduled to be at work tomorrow unless weather keeps it from happening.
We will see if I get a day off or not. Yeah.
You wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You're at work at 6:30.
Yes.
You go take care of kids all day as a paraprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
And then normally you're at the gym training and selling sponsorships and doing your thing in the evenings.
Yes. Yeah. I'm running on hopes and dreams right now instead of sleep. But that's part of it. And, they say sleep while you're dead. So I'm pushing at it as hard as I can now and trying to get things as set up. And primarily, I want this to go as perfect as possible. I don't want to leave any stones unturned. I want to make sure everything, for me, but also for my partners, my team, everybody else that's got anything to do with this race, I want it to go perfect. So that's what I'm trying to do and make sure everything's as polished as possible.
I can tell you that your friends here in Indiana are going to be glued to Fox and ready to watch it.
Right on.
Probably going to be a lot of folks streaming it through YouTube TV, through the data centers. Mr. Bones,
nice.
That was good.
Follow through there.
That was good too.
It's not your first episode.
There's more data center talk going on.
I tried to watch it a little bit last night on YouTube.
I watched it so you guys didn't have to.
Oh, well, thank you. He sent the link. I'm like, you can send it to as many chats that I'm in as you want, but I'm not clicking on that.
I fell for it.
So last week, the county commissioners had a meeting amongst themselves to receive information on the Henry County Data Center. last night they had their public hearing, which allowed for 30 minutes for the people that were opposed to it to say why they're opposed, 30 minutes for those in favor, and then they heard from Tom Green, who's the zoning administrator, and they heard then from the developer. No vote was taken. The big moment is going to be Thursday of next week, or Wednesday of next week, 28th, whatever that is, 6 o'clock at the sheriff's department. They can only hold about 80 people in there for a meeting, so it's going to be folks watching on their live stream. Do you guys have any gut feeling for how this is going to go? There's three commissioners. It takes 2 to vote to go yes. I've been watching. It's looking to me like this actually might happen. Maybe the rug's going to get pulled out for me, but this particular project I feel like has a puncher's chance.
I was going to go 1 yes, 1 no, and 1 abstention.
So that'd be just chaos.
I was going to say max chaos. That's
just
max chaos, right?
Yeah, just total. Based on the questions, it's like watching a Supreme Court justice, right? Based on the questions, I still feel like Joe Wiley is probably a yes. Commissioner Hoon's probably leaning no, and that leaves that your swing vote or your deciding vote would be Commissioner Dellinger, and he voted yes at the Planning Commission. It came out of the Planning Commission, whatever. There was 1 dissenting vote and like 7 or 8 or 9 yes votes. So I'm leaning towards this is probably happening, but Henry County said no to so many things in the past: asphalt plants, bio plants, energy energy projects. That I'm skeptical, and I hate to say it out loud that I think this is going to happen, but I'm still leaning in the direction that this is probably pretty likely.
At some point, they have to do. I think there was somebody who was against it, and then they rambled off all the things that they have opposed at various times. I was like, do you realize that you're proving the point of just like at what point do you guys say you want progress? You say you want something like you need businesses, you need jobs, which I realize that data centers aren't huge job creators. And you just rambled off a list of every single thing that you guys shoot down, which is everything. I'm over. I can't wait for it just to be a done topic. Although it probably won't be done until they have one built, so it's ready to go. But
this thing still has this is the developer getting a commission approved use for the site. They will then have 18 months or a year and a half for those of you that are in Wayne County that need us to convert. Just picking on Lincoln. The 5-year-old did it, so I figured I could lean in.
Everybody took their shots.
Like I said, it's usually a guaranteed W if you see them on the schedule.
So they'll have a year and a half to get a user and be able to move forward. If that doesn't happen, then the commission approved use goes away and it goes back to farm ground. So you'll have a year and a half for them to identify somebody, whether it's a Google or a Facebook or an Eli Lilly or somebody. But basically the narrow window they have is that this would either be for a data center or for advanced manufacturing or some combination thereof. Obviously a data center is what they're hoping for, but they're trying to create options. So we'll see. Fun story out of the State House today, Mr. Zach. We've been covering state parks and some issues that are going on. There's House Bill 1204, which would give the state park system the ability for individual counties that have a state park or a state reservoir to add a $1 fee to the gate for anybody that comes in the gate, except for those that have the annual pass. So it costs you $7 to come into Summit Lake now. They could the county would have the ability to add $1 to it. So it costs you $8 to go to the state park for the day to bring your carload of people in. And that dollar would go to the local county because right now they don't get anything for the ambulance, the fire, or the sheriff's department protection. And it's a big strain on Brown County. Brown County's been a huge part of this, saying, hey, we're a tiny little community and we're the biggest state park in the state. We need some help here.
Yeah. It's not a good idea. I bet and I wonder about like Paintown is one where I think you see a lot of police presence.
That's Monroe County.
Yeah, Monroe County. Yeah, and I think it's more like there's a lot of people, like college kids, like to go there and party. And so I think there's a lot of police presence there. So yeah, it makes sense that yes, some of these parks, Summit Lake's not a huge one, but Summit Lake on a full weekend might have an extra 350 to 400 people just camping, plus whoever's there's. I mean, if you go over by the boat ramps, there'll be 25 to 50 empty trailers with boats on the water. So all those people, if something happens, they have to call and get help. So yeah, it makes sense.
There was a planning commission. I watch all these meetings on YouTube for you people. There was a planning commission meeting where somebody's trying to put a private campground in just outside of Summit Lake. And Corey Murphy shared the a previous data point, say a pre-COVID data point versus now. Summit Lake used to get about 200,000 visitors annually. They are now getting 350,000 visitors annually. Say 100,000 of those people don't have the state park pass to pay to come in every time. That means they're paying cash. So you add that dollar, it's $100,000 in county revenue that could come in that they could use to pay for Blue River Township Fire Department, Stony Creek Fire
An
Department.
extra $1 that's
Yeah.
great.
It's
I mean,
reasonable.
in my opinion.
It seems very reasonable. And then that's a campground that they haven't, for one, there's another. It could handle a 50% to 100% increase in the campground size. But I don't know where they find a way to put a couple loops in there. But if they're not going to have that right now, a campground right outside, then those people almost for sure
Are going to go in the state
are going to
park
go into the park.
and
So
go enjoy the lake.
so yeah, so that'll even increase it more.
The affordability, though, is getting out of control. This dollar raise here, dollar raise there.
Well, I mean, no, I'll be honest. You're not.
The state
I'm
park
gonna be dead
camping
honest
fees
with
did
you,
go
you're
up
not
this
lying.
year.
So, like, I just booked my first weekend. So the state park camp. I think we discussed this. The state park camping rates have gone up significantly, and what they've done is they've flexed them. So it used to just be the same across the board. It was $31 a night, or like 32 for a premium site. So if you're like lakefront, and some of them have gone up to like $40 and $50 a night. So like I booked my first weekend for 26 at Summit Lake, and last year it was $72. I would donate $1 every time to DNR. This year it was the same kind of campsite. It was $96 for 2 days. So it went up like almost $25. And some parks are going to be even more than that. Prophetstown for sure is one. I could see Paintown probably being one. So yeah, so you're not actually lying there, because the affordability of camping is like, that was a hit. When I booked that, I'm like, I'm fine with this. I know they need the money, but you're looking at like for every 3 camping trips, you paid for a 4th one that you would have had in a year.
Instead of doing ribs one night, we might have to do hot dogs.
Yeah. I mean, except I already do hot dogs and hamburgers in my Friday night meal anyway. But yeah.
Back to peanut butter sandwiches.
Yep.
Not even the Uncrustables.
I was
We
about
don't
to
have
say
to make our
Uncrustables,
own.
Yeah.
That's
So
Not Doritos. though.
Representative Criswell, who represents Henry County here, he sits on the Ways and Means Committee. I texted him and said, hey, this bill, I gave him an alert today. I said, hey, this bill could really help Henry County. And I said it should be coming to Ways and Means. He said, yep, just passed out 15 minutes ago. So when I wrote the notes and I talked to the state rep, this has already gotten through Ways and Means. So it came through its original committee, got through Ways and Means, and now it'll be going to the House floor. Obviously, it has to go through the House and then through the Senate. Bipartisan, Democrats and Republicans are supporting this. So we'll see where it goes.
Does it matter if the Democrats didn't support it? There's like 4 of them.
I mean, in the Senate, there's only a few. There's a little bit more on the House side.
I mean, heck, I won't be paying it. They should just make it $2 and make the other $1 go to maintain the roads going into the parks.
So that was the other conversation that I've had, and what I've said is that INDOT, Indiana, should really take that 1 mile of Messick Road that goes from Summit Lake to 36 and just take inventory of it and let them widen it, pave it, and handle it. Take it out of the county's responsibility and just be done with it. You and I go to a lot of state parks. Almost all of them that have a spur road off of a main road, it's maintained by somebody else.
And it's sketchy.
And
They're always sketchy.
Dean Lake's nice, man. Dean Lake did a
Dean
really
Lake is
good
nice,
job.
but like
Not Shackamack. Star Hollow is rough.
Star Hollow is a weird one because they're usually just narrow, and then and it's usually not a great shoulder to drop a trailer off the side of. So you're like, it's sketchy if somebody doesn't want to give you room. So yeah, but a lot of them are right off state highways, so it's not a lot of them. I bet it'd be interesting to see like how much roadway they would actually have to take over if they just took over all of the non-state highway roads that feed into state parks, and I bet it would be like a handful of miles total for the whole state.
We got some feedback from Dakota. He's made it back home and he's communicating with us. Presley, Jackson said you look like a real race car driver, so you can put that on your resume.
There we go. That'd be
What
out
does
of my
that
bio
mean?
tonight.
He thinks you're legit. And
Because you're short. Is that a short joke?
Probably. It's
Okay.
got to be. Yeah,
Jackson
5'7".
said, Daddy, was I supposed to say the money is for people with special hearts? Yes, Jackson, you were. He forgot.
It's okay.
All right. Now to everybody's favorite segment on the show.
No.
Weather.
Oh yeah.
What, did you have something else?
No. I thought you said. Never mind. Let's continue onwards.
Yeah.
There's a storm coming.
No.
Really?
Allegedly. I was supposed to be in Virginia next week. And that got canceled because a lot of the people in my group that were going to Virginia were coming from Tennessee. And as of Wednesday, Tennessee was supposed to be deleted from the face of the map with 2 feet of snow. Now it's turning into ice as well. I think based upon the internet weather maps I've seen today, our local area is going to get somewhere between 3 inches of snow and 3 feet of snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's reasonable.
I want the prediction from the room as to what you actually believe. And this is your chance to vent about how maybe some of the internet weathermen are in this for clicks and clout and not necessarily for accuracy in the end. Because that's my, if we're doing, you work with these young kids that do science fairs.
Yeah.
That's my hypothesis as we go into this segment.
There we go.
Presley.
I'll get you a slot.
That was
for
his
our-
word of the day, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I know.
Hypotheses. Hypotheses and hypocrisy. Anytime, Mr. Bones, jump in.
Okay. I mean, I'm going with 4 inches because that's what Angela Buckman said.
I'm going with 8 because I think we're gonna get snow, but I don't think it's gonna live up to what they're saying.
It's not going to be the
Never
insane
does.
numbers.
No,
It
no,
never
but
does.
I don't think it's just gonna be a complete flop.
3 to 5. I think we're going 3 to 5
3 to 5 what?
inches of
Oh,
snow.
okay.
I think though. I'll say this:
Surprised Presley didn't say 6 to 7.
they're
Yeah.
they're
just
kind of
fine.
all converging on us getting a similar amount.
They are.
There's not a huge. I haven't seen the 3 inches initially. Yeah, kind of, but
This morning, Matt Standridge, who I think is from Cambridge City, who's on WTHR, he was saying that 3-inch number, and since he's a local, I like to believe him. But
It's certainly better than the end of the earth that Texas was supposed to get,
Mm-hmm.
48 hours ago. So
Wasn't it like 2 weeks ago they predicted this thing? We were going to get 13 feet of snow.
that'd be good.
there was a map that said like 4 feet was possible.
Speaking of that,
so
did you
it's-
guys see the snow that happened in Russia? It's
yes,
unbelievable.
that one was wild.
Dude, people were sledding off of like 17-story buildings because the snow was piled up on the side of them. They were sledding down.
And they were
That's
also
a
like,
lot of
government-
trust in that snowpack.
that you think there were people jumping out of like 8 and 10-story windows just because there's enough snow that you can't get hurt. You're just falling into the snow. Yeah, it buried buried cars. You
Yeah.
can't tell there's a parking lot there.
You're not going to get hurt, but how are you getting out?
Well, the officials
Well-
were telling them, like, listen, guys, one, you jump down there and there's a sign or a telephone pole or something, that's going to be a problem. But two, like,
Yeah, how
if
do you get
you
out?
fall down deep enough, like, you're going to suffocate.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to pile up.
It's Russia, Jeremiah. It's not like
Yeah.
they can hop. They aren't running the iRacing Rolex 24 hours on
Yeah.
their sim
Yeah.
rigs unless they've
Unless they run out of vodka.
or unless there's some oligarch and they've got somebody to dig them out. I
Yeah.
just looked up Matt Stamrich's and he
is revised from the 3-inch number as well.
He's got us in the 4 to 10-inch band.
That's a big range.
It is a big range.
That's not a narrow like.
That's an okay
Nobody's
time
gonna
versus a
say-
good time.
Nobody's gonna say, "Oh man, you really missed it when it was 4 inches." No, he's like, "Well, I said 4 to 10." That is a huge chunk either
Yeah.
way.
So I think that we are going to get like 6 to 10 in there somewhere, and we'll see. And it's going to be wicked cold too. So that's going to be
That sucks.
Like, practice day, and some kids are like, "Oh, see you on Monday." I'm like, "No, I'm not. We're not going to see you on Monday for sure." I'm like, "Because you're based at a 2-hour delay based on temperature alone, and then if you really throw 8 inches of snow in on a Sunday, they're not going to have school."
And basically, the Ohio River is the ice line. So the southern portion of the Ohio River area is the 8 to 13 inches, and then it's going to fall off the cliff and turn into ice.
Yeah,
and they're saying 3/4 of an inch of ice is going to hit some areas that cannot handle it.
All of the snow over ice.
Yeah,
ice is the
100%.
worst.
Nobody can handle an inch of ice.
No.
All right.
That's especially the South, and they're just literally waiting for it to. Yeah, no good. We've had ice storms. That's not a good time. Matter of fact, Dakota was here earlier. The last time we had an ice storm, I remember he was giving us a play-by-play in a chat of how close we were to losing power. Losing power is in when stuff pops, there it goes to backups and there's redundancies in the system. And we were down to the last level of redundancy. And we're like, well, if it goes out, how long is it going to be? And he's like, days. And it was, and you're like, this is going to be very, very rough if this goes out. And luckily it didn't. And I don't really ever want to know that much information from Dakota again.
No,
about it.
Not at all.
Yeah, but so
we are on the last hope.
We're gonna get him on scene.
Not to backtrack or anything or get off subject, but if it does snow like we're going to and get as cold, do you still run?
Yeah, I'll run. So snow does not bug me. Snow is actually pretty awesome to run in. The -1, I'll wait for it to warm up a little bit. I think it's gonna be 5 or something like that day. But what I do in those cases is I still won't wear pants. I'll wear shorts, but I bundle up pretty well. And then I have certain routes that will protect me from the wind, and I won't go alone. I won't be like, oh, I'm going to do 12 miles a day. I'll do 3.
How deep of snow does it take you to?
I've never been stopped by snow.
Okay.
Do you not get concerned you're gonna run over it, bump ice though? And
No, snow is not really we had an ice situation a couple weeks ago where it was a little sketchy, but most of the time, if I wait long enough, I can get to a main road that's been salted and it's not too bad. Or if it's snow, it's you don't really run into ice. If there's snow on the ice, the snow will provide traction on ice.
Yeah.
So I have not fortunately run into a situation where it's been an entire day of everything's covered in ice. In that situation, I would probably make my way hopefully to a park and then run on grass because the grass wouldn't be as glazed over.
No, when we get that much snow, I will put pants on.
That was my question. Is you're in shorts today?
In shorts today. I was in shorts. I've been in shorts unless we get snow up to where it covers to where the ankles are.
When do they say we're not sending the trucks out?
6 inches would probably.
That would be enough.
I mean,
is that a day off or is that okay? You're going to go sort packages today, bucko?
No. That's a day off, and the rest of this week is going to be absolute hell
because
you make up for it.
It just makes it worse.
It just piles. These people don't stop ordering because we have a snowstorm.
No, they sit at home and order more.
They order more.
Yeah.
So it just piles upon piles.
No thanks.
Did you do this job before the internet online ordering crap, or is this always been your existence?
I'm not 60.
Well, I don't know when we went. Did you do this pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Was it as bad pre-COVID? The volume is the same, or is it the same job as it was in 2018? That's what I'm trying to ask.
It's the same job. It's the same job. I mean, yeah, people are ordering the same amount they have
for 20 years.
Yeah.
There.
Just the areas have gotten more people.
We got printed in black and white this last week.
Yep.
Because somebody wore a Miami shirt.
And I'm glad I wore a Miami shirt.
You're a giant loser.
I am not a giant loser. You want to go down this road because I am done with Indiana fans. Absolutely done with the dumbassery that I have heard all week long.
Indiana football just had the winningest season in the history of Indiana football, in the history of any football team in the last century and a quarter in NCAA. 16-0, won the national championship. And I want you to do me a favor and pull out your phone. I want you to do me a favor, pull out your phone,
I'm not.
And Google Kurt Signetti.
Nope.
Oh, I
because
did that earlier.
it said there's a message there that Google has put. Do you know what it is?
It's you sent a picture of it. It says, "Yep," or
"Yep." He won.
I did something.
He won.
Can you imagine being that guy and Google's changing Like
Google
there's-
loved him for that.
Huh?
I mean, Google loved him for that comment.
I know, but
too.
it's still like.
But
that
then
is
somebody.
insane.
I mean, Google does fun stuff with that. But yeah, if you Google Kurt Signetti, just search
Yep,
everything.
he
Comes
won.
up, everything comes up normally, and then all of a sudden you watch it all drop, and just a little message pops up in the middle of the screen that says, "Yep, he won."
And just basic text.
I
and
mean-
everything just like his impression. Honestly,
Yeah, very
Very Kurt
matter of
Signetti-esque,
fact.
yeah.
I mean, listen. I have people trolling me. I commented literally when he got hired and he had his speech at Assembly Hall and he said, Purdue sucks, IU sucks, Michigan sucks. Somebody commented back to me because I said, hey, check back in 1,000 days. I literally said that. I thought this dude is going to be humbled so badly. This is Indiana. Who the hell does he think he is? Not even 1,000 days, man. It's been 600 days. And he's lost 2 games in 2 years. It's insane. I mean, Indiana made the playoffs 2 years in a row, and they just boat raced everybody in the playoffs.
and it wasn't even Miami was
Boat
the only one that
race?
put up a
Oh,
fight.
all right. Boat
Okay, they
race.
didn't quite boat race Miami, but going into that, the first 2 games they won by a combined 69
dude,
I will
points.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Miami
100%.
played a hell of a game.
I guarantee.
And the
Indi-
Big 12 refs really let their defensive
Indiana
backs play.
does not
Oh
want to
my
play
God.
Miami again. I'll tell you that much right now.
You're playing Notre Dame next year.
Yeah. So
That's your tough team.
no, we have several tough teams.
I was concerned in the last minute though when the dude jumped off sides.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
I was like,
they pissed it away.
I was really like, wow, we really just they threw this with a minute left because someone jumped off sides. I was like, that's insane.
False start on the offense, lost 5 yards, and yeah, they went from a 2nd and 1 to a 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 6, and then had to
Downhill from there.
yeah, and then that was it.
It's got to be super frustrating because for anybody like, and I'm not an IU fan. I'm just a resident of Indiana, but the bar that they just set for any other team to claim that they're the best team ever or that they had the best season ever is almost unattainably high. Like they just did a Disney movie.
They
Like,
were the
just-
losingest team in the history of college football.
Yeah, and they would have to win if they went 60-0 every year for the next 11 years. And then if they started 6-0 in the 12th year, at that point IU football would be a 500 club.
Yeah.
Like that's how long it would take them to get dug out of. And there's so many good stats. They equaled their number of wins over top 10 opponents this year to the entire history of IU football. They had 6 wins over top 10 teams in the first. Yes, I mean it was a good game. Miami. I did find some hilarity in the fact that you guys got a quarterback from like. Well, I don't know. I guess he didn't go to school for the last 2 years. I guess he just was the quarterback for Miami. He wasn't going to school,
Yeah.
and he did apparently what he kind of does.
Okay. Do we want to go down the road? Because IU played with a bunch of 25-year-olds.
I think they were going to school though.
I doubt it. Let's be
They
real
were smart.
honest.
They were smart enough to say that they were going to school.
Yeah,
I get that.
Publicly,
That
hey, I don't go
happens.
to school.
I don't go to school. Somebody asked me,
graduated
"You
2
go to
years ago,
class?"
gang.
We go,
But-
2 years ago from another school.
I'm going to say this, and we're going to change the subject because it's going to get really bad, and you guys are going to get humbled. This is a great story. I will tip my hat to Indiana. They won, but they are not the greatest football team in college football history, nor will they be
In a single season,
in the single season.
Who's
this
better?
is not the greatest team.
who's better?
2001 Miami Hurricanes,
What was their record?
undefeated. Don't look up that team because you guys will be humbled.
I hate
I
to tell
think-
you, that's because you guys were probably paying players before it was allowed.
Everybody was playing players.
I don't
before
think
it was
IU
allowed.
was.
Yeah.
They were just playing the wrong ones.
IU is paying the basketball team.
Yeah.
Um,
This team may be it's a great team, and
it's the greatest comeback story in history. of
that is
sports.
one of the greatest sports stories ever. But
This is a movie.
Indiana fans,
We
let's
fully
put
watched the
everything
movie.
back in perspective here. Okay, let's put everything back in. And just take it for a great season. You won the championship. Let's just put everything back in perspective.
The storylines that went with it though were insane. Like literally it's something that's probably so far fetched that people wouldn't write it into a movie because they'd be like, this isn't even realistic. And especially the fact that My mic dead?
Yeah, just turn it.
Just
Oh,
turn it to you.
Just turn
Oh,
it.
hello.
There you go.
Talk
Hello.
into it.
We did that real subtly. That was good. Good job, everybody.
I blew it. Yeah. But,
no. Act like you're blowing it. That's
yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah. The actual, like, the fact that he was from like a block and a half from the stadium.
Yeah. And they
grew up
refused to
there,
recruit him.
and that's insane. It's unbelievable. Like,
They tried to later though.
Yeah.
did they really?
And he
I
said
didn't know.
pound
that.
sand.
They tried to portal him, and he said, "Yeah, you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You didn't want me before. You don't need me now."
Yeah. It's crazy. The storylines with it were just unbelievable.
Mendoza's probably going to be the number 1 pick in the draft. Going to go play for the Raiders. Tom Brady was down on the sideline scouting him. Minority owner of the Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders by way of Los Angeles.
Do we think he's Tim Tebow?
No.
I think so. I think that's exactly who this person is. This is a Team Tebow.
I think he's more
I'm going
cerebral.
to tell you where I disagree with that. If I recall correctly, and I'm not a Tim Tebow expert, when they got to the NFL, they said, "You really are a good quarterback. You need to play this other position." And he said, "No, I'm a quarterback."
They wanted Tebow to be a tight end.
And I think that if a team is, and they go about the right way, and they go to Fernando Mendoza, and they're like, "We think this is how you could best help our team," I think he'll be like, "Sign me up," and he'll do it.
Oh, he's definitely a system.
I think
QB.
I think he's just one of the best stats. One of the best things I heard, because the only game I watched is the championship game, the Peach Bowl. I watched the post game Sports Center, and they said, "What's the deal with this guy?" And he's like, "Signetti gets players who want to win more than they want to get drafted," and that's a big thing. So I'm looking up your Miami team, by the way, and like no top 10 opponents the entire season until they got to Nebraska for the championship game. Other one.
Look at the players.
I know, but
look who was on that team.
Yeah, you know what made me so excited too is to watch Michael Irvin's dreams get shattered when he was on the sideline.
You're going to fight
because he's a smug dude.
NFL playoffs, Final Four, NFC Championship is the Rams and Seahawks. Very disappointing for a lot of Indiana folks that the Bears went down in overtime. That sucked. Patriots and Broncos in the most disappointing result possible, in the Buffalo Bills losing in overtime to the to the Broncos. And then immediately after the game, hey, Bo Nix is broken. He's done for the year.
The most worthless end result you could get. So it's on our notes here that I'm a Browns fan. I am. So I'm a Browns fan, but I'm also a Bills fan. One of my buddies joked with me the other day. He said, "Why would you pick the Browns? Are you just trying to give yourself pain?" I said, "Yeah, but I have the Bills too." And I said, "That way I have my." I said that way I have my regular season pain and my postseason pain both locked in every year. But
underachieving pain and overachieving.
Yeah, but
you just don't like to win, do you?
No,
you like to get close with the Bills. The Bills get close.
I like to feel like we have a shot. But
just close enough to smell it, and then just
you know what though?
Away.
He wasn't alive for that. Were you alive? You weren't even alive.
Not for the Jim Kelly. No, he wasn't alive.
There was a stint there where you thought it's
Presley. What year were you born?
03.
Yeah,
no.
Chance.
I think you were born after Wade Phillips was the coach.
You weren't around during like the roughest period. Like you think this is bad? There was like, did they play in 3 straight Super Bowls and lost every single one of them?
90s.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
they lost to
the great fans,
Cowboys,
to the Washington team, the Giants,
the
Cowboys, and the Cowboys again.
I went up to the Cleveland and Bills game up in Cleveland, and there were probably more Bills people there than there were Cleveland. And all of the Browns games I went to, like the Browns fans packed it, but there were so many Josh Allen jerseys, it's not even funny.
Buffalo fans are rabid and they travel.
Yeah.
Buffalo fired their coach. This is the highest winning percentage coach.
I think we go
in Bills history.
I think when we go back and look at it, I called this at the beginning of the year.
I think you did. More than Marv Levy, who brought the Bills to 4 Super Bowls, but 0 Super Bowl appearances. And this team promoted the general manager after firing the coach.
Did they make him the head coach though?
No,
Oh,
they made him the senior general manager. Now he's in charge of everything. And the owner had a press conference. The new GM, as he's getting his promotion announced, gets a question about why the hell they don't give Josh Allen any good receivers. And the owner steps in and says, well, this one receiver that we picked that really sucks, who's still on the team and is 23 years old, that was a coach's pick, and it's not Bean's fault. Just they just cut down the player completely.
That's fine.
And now they have to figure out who the hell is going to coach the team.
And you got to get players to want to come there, knowing that that's the kind of people that are running your organization.
They look like a clown organization in the last 2 days after firing Sean McDermott.
This might be the downfall of the Bills.
That's a bummer.
And they fired this coach who was beloved in town the year before they move into the brand new stadium.
I know that. Yeah.
So the GM who put this terrible team together, team that doesn't make sense on paper, let's promote him. Fire the guy who made us into the playoffs, which this team shouldn't have had. Zero shot. This is the downfall of the Bills.
Just because you have money doesn't mean you're intelligent.
So, Presley, have you've been a football fan?
Only in the last couple of years. I used to be strictly motorsports, and I've come around to it.
So you
Time out. So you were never a lifetime football fan.
No.
So we just got into it, and we still decided to root for the Browns.
So this is the connection.
Yeah.
How does this happen? There's 32 NFL teams. The Browns are somewhat regionally close.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. But the Bengals are here. The Colts are here. The Lions, the Bears.
You're not giving me very good selections
Right.
here.
These are all options.
But there's 32 teams in the
You
National Football
got the
League.
Titans. Why did you say I'm going to hitch a ride with the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah. So my buddy DeJuan Jones plays for the Browns. He's offensive tackle for him. And I didn't know him until a couple of years ago. And that's kind of when I was starting to get into the NFL more. And it just kind of came about where he's a big racing fan. So I shot him a message and invited him out to our pits at IRP. And he's
from Indiana.
Yes, he's from Indianapolis. So
Okay.
it worked out really well. He's I think maybe I don't even know if he's a full year older than I am, but he's 6'8" and like 380 or something like that. So
I want to see those two.
there's a
He
picture.
put Presley in his pocket.
There's a picture. Don't worry, it's pretty impressive.
Two athletes, really.
Yeah. But so yeah, I've just been rooting on the Browns, and kind of initially it was because he played for him, just to support him. And now I've been to games and I've been watching games. So now I know the other players, not like personally, but just know I have the name recognition now. So I'm like, well, I just like the Browns.
I thought it was probably because someone got dropped on his head or hit the wall one too many times.
I'll tell you what, you would never know that they were struggling as bad as they do because their fans are hyped up.
Cleveland is
They've never won before. They don't know what it's like.
Cleveland is an incredible
they're hyped
sports
up
city.
to lose. They're
They've
just excited.
always loved the Browns, and the Browns got moved to Baltimore in 1995. And that city was devastated. And they got the expansion Browns in 99. And they have never really had the management or the build of the team that they deserve.
Yeah.
And they traded for Deshaun Watson, which set the organization
boy.
back a
Massage
decade.
boy.
Got him at a work release.
They have as much interest in playing at Watson as Indianapolis does in playing Anthony Richardson.
By the way, it's the family that owns the Loves. All the Loves.
Is it really?
I think.
Nope, Flying J.
Flying J. Yeah, that's
What's
it.
the relation?
That's
The owner
family
of
who owns
the owner of
Browns.
the Browns owns Flying J's.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
The
that.
Haslam family, I believe.
Really?
Mhm.
That's something.
I could give you the whole history, but we don't need to go down the whole rabbit hole. But yeah, the Haslam family owns the Browns now, which is the Flying J. That's them. Flying J and Mr. Fuel, I believe, as well, and Pilot. I think Pilot. They merged in with Pilot now too.
Yeah.
They're all connected.
The Mr. Fuel, and you don't really notice unless you go to the one we have locally. We have two there on Mr. Fuel, like almost across the street from it. You just notice because the safety tape on the gas pumps is Flying J at the Mr. Fuel, and sometimes the cups do the same.
So the Browns are looking for a coach. it's been funny because they've had a number of people say, never mind, this week. They've taken jobs other places. All of their finalists keep taking. Mike McDaniel was a finalist for the head coaching job, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to go be the offensive coordinator for the Ravens. And then there was a guy who was a finalist, and he instead took McDaniel went to the Chargers.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator for the Chargers just decided he was going to take the Browns job, and he politely recused himself from the Rams.
That press conference isn't going to help.
Another Rams. Well, that was the Rams and also the Bills, right?
Yeah. I mean, like,
the Bills, I think they're probably going to hire Brian Dable, who was the head coach of the Giants. He came from there, and I think that's the direction they're trying to go. Who knows? The Browns former head coach, he's already found another job. He's going to coach the Atlanta Falcons next year. We'll see.
They seem pretty happy.
Yeah, it's cool.
They have a sweet new gig that they just created. They have a president of football. They just created a job for, I can't remember the guy. Matt Ryan. He's just the president of football.
He does
a football team. Like, what's that do? Aren't they all kind of El Presidente to football?
Well, it means he's in charge of the football, the production on the field.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about merchandising or stadium affairs.
Football.
He just has to worry about the on-field product. Somebody else could deal with the other crap.
So, was that a fair catch or an interception at the end of that Bills game the other day?
I think it was ruled correctly.
It was.
Yeah. I think it was ruled correctly. As much as I would have liked for the Bills to have been successful, I think it was right.
What was the game the other night that almost like the exact same thing happened?
There was
the opposite.
There
I can't
was
remember
one.
which game it was,
The Bears and Rams had something similar, and it was also correct because you have to have. It's a matter of having possession all the way through, and in that one of the games where it was an interception, it's because the ball was possessed by the defender at the end of the thing when it was completed. It sucks though. I was both of the teams that I would prefer to have won those games did not come out on top.
Oh, absolutely. Caleb Williams, that throw at the end of that game was crazy.
Insane. The Bears had the most ridiculous successful season. I wish they'd just gone for 2, didn't go to overtime and won the game, and they didn't.
You probably would have been happier losing, going for 2, trying to win it
at home than the end result that did happen. Of the Final Four that exists now is the most uninspiring Final Four the NFL could have had.
Yeah.
And especially with the Broncos having not their quarterback. It's just disturbing. The Rams are the team that I really don't want the Patriots to win. I'm on the anybody but the Patriots bandwagon at this point. So I guess Rams, but whatever. I don't think the Broncos stand a chance in hell this weekend. And the Seahawks are so vanilla that nobody knows.
I think the Broncos stand a chance with Bill Bo-Nix.
I think they could have. At home with Knicks, I think they could have. But now
I think it's the Patriots, Rams, and it's going to be the Rams.
Yeah.
It's the Patriots, Seahawks, and it's
as long as it's not the Patriots winning.
I like Drake May.
I love Drake May.
I don't care. Drake May, lovely, sure, North Carolina, whatever. Where's the wrong uniform? Sworn enemies. Forever and ever, amen.
Well, we should all be worried because I think they're going to have another dynasty.
I know. This is why I'm not happy, Bones.
Yeah.
This is the 2001 season all over again.
Dude, and he's a carbon copy of Brady. Like, if you look at like he's same height, same weight from like an hour away from Brady. It's weird. Plays for the same team, same position. It's like, this is
probably a clone.
I know.
Lab.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Indianapolis has a big announcement. They're going to have the combine for 2 more years. They've been going these year-to-year contracts. And the NFL keeps trying to lure it away and take it somewhere else.
But I think they all love it. All the people that actually go love it in Indy.
The medical services in Indy are phenomenal, and
everything's just right there downtown.
It's super close. There's tunnels to get around if you need to get around, and if not, you can like be at St. Umbos in a few minutes, wherever. Yeah, I think all the end users of that event love it here. And they just they want someplace that's
it's
more
not just Lucas Oil. I mean, they use the hotels. They go up to the JW Marriott is full of people doing the combat. Yeah.
The whole downtown has been designed to be functional and walkable, even in inclement weather. For those, because between sky bridges and tunnels, you can get around a lot of places downtown. So yeah, it's like I don't understand. Like, I think they want someplace glamorous that they can find a way to sell tickets or something like that and charge somebody $50 million to host it. But and he does a good job with stuff like that. So why mess with it?
It's just Indianapolis is the center of sports, man. Pat McAfee does a 3-hour show on ESPN every day from here. We just won the national freaking championship. In the Pacers were in the finals this year. This is the peak. This is the peak.
This is the good old days.
This is it. You're living it.
Yeah, we'll tell. Yeah,
Presley Sorah is going to win Daytona, and all of Indiana is going to know who the hell he is.
Presley Sorah told us he was born in 2003, and we all just kind of slumped in our chairs.
And they're gonna
Gosh, yeah.
and they're gonna Google him and find this show,
was in
and it's gonna say,
college.
"Hey, he wins."
Oh, that would be something. Huh?
Final thoughts, Mr. Zach?
I don't know. Stay warm. Make sure you got gas in your snowblowers, and just like I'm not looking forward to that much snow. Or actually, the cold's what looks rough. So
Yeah.
just stay warm, everybody, and I don't know. I guess there's football to watch. I'm kind of done with the football for the year, but find something to entertain yourselves. Plan ahead a little bit.
Got the Rolex 24, man.
Oh yeah, I've got yeah.
You got a sports car race. You turn it on Peacock or NBC at 1:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't
Goes
Peacock
till
anymore.
1:30 the next day.
Always an awesome race too.
It's always fun.
always comes down to the final 30.
PGA Tour's back in session.
Are they? I never really have watched golf.
I know, but I'm trying.
I did find something. I watched Happy Gilmore 2 because my wife had not watched it, and I did not. If everybody hasn't watched it, it's great. It's not serious. There's nothing redeeming about it except it's entertaining and funny, and the cameos are insane. And one of the cameos I did not even realize his caddy is the halftime show for the Super Bowl. His caddy in Happy Gilmore 2's Bad Bunny, and he's great in it. So if you need something to watch to be entertained this weekend, watch Happy Gilmore 2. Especially if you're my age. You won't get half of it, Presley, but
Oh no, I've watched it. It was
it's
good.
so good.
I didn't realize that was that bad. Bunny.
Yeah, I was like,
I had no idea.
I would
that was
look. Who,
Did you watch the original Happy Gilmore?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
We watched it like right before we watched the second one. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Feel really old.
I
just
know.
feel old.
Yeah, there was something I can't remember something happened, and I was like, oh, this makes me feel so old, and I can't remember what it was. Presley being 23, it does.
It's not just that.
Presley
It's
being
that
born when
he
I
was
was in
born in 2003,
college.
and he can drink with you legally.
I know.
True.
You know, it's
Yeah.
really, you're getting old. I can't remember how old I am. And I just had a birthday
My
a
wife
couple
forgets
weeks
all
ago.
the time. Yeah,
I can't remember if I'm 38 or 37.
You're 46.
No. I mean, my hairline
Dang, this
says
just
it,
went
yes.
quick.
But
Well, thanks for being here.
who, me or Presley?
You,
Oh, thank you. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
Thanks.
Presley. Final thoughts.
Yes. I'm excited. Should be a lot of big things coming up this year, especially in the next month. So, tune in on Fox on February 14th at noon. I'll be driving the number 9 car for Andy Hillenberg's Fast Track Racing. So I've got partners Go Gut Microbiotic down there, Health Markets agents Rick Fallis, Michael Winter, Laura Roush, Mark Jones, and Troy Holder. We've got Truck Parking Club returning this year, and also Clean and Simple commercial cleaning services from up here in Newcastle. So actually, believe it or not, that's the only real local partner that we have right now. So I'm still working on putting some more partnerships together for the race. I've still got a couple of advertising opportunities. So I would love to have a couple local businesses on there because there's a lot of talk. Me going from Cambridge City to Daytona, but I want to share that. So if you're in the Wayne County, Henry County area and have a business, get with me. We'll get working on it. So,
You can find a way to get those stickers on the car.
absolutely.
You'll find the budget.
the
You-
car.
you meet them at their budget.
The car went to be wrapped this week, or the wrap was being printed this week. So I will. I'll get the logos printed separately, and we'll make it work however we can.
We'll get on there.
Yep.
Mr. Bones.
I had something. Give me 2 seconds.
No. You know who won the Daytona 500 in the number 9 Ford?
Bill Elliott.
Bill Elliott twice.
Mhm.
How the hell did you know that?
I saw you type
Because you got it typed up over there. in the Coors and Melling car. Like, there's no friggin' way he knows this. You know who Bill Elliott was?
The McDonald. He was in the McDonald's car.
He
So
was.
all I
He was at one
remember.
point. Yeah. Before Presley was born, which is
Yeah.
very impressive for you.
Yeah.
Bill Elliott was damn near retired when Presley was born. I think you were in diapers when he was hanging it up.
Yeah. Awesome Bill from
Drove
Dawsonville.
the Coors car and the Melling car. His son Chase is a big deal now.
Yeah, he drives. Didn't
couple fun facts about Earth.
Okay. Please.
70% is ocean. Surface includes volcanoes, mountains, valleys, rivers, lakes, trees, plants, densest planet in the solar system, only planet to sustain life. Mean temperature year-round, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 3,900 miles radius. Distance from the sun is 93 million miles. Length of a day is 23.9 hours.
Thank you for this
You're welcome.
valuable
And we
update.
have one moon,
And how much snow is coming this weekend?
4.5 inches.
Zach, I got the pleasure of watching an NFL playoff game with your kid over the weekend at our house.
Yeah.
That was great.
He didn't pay that much attention the second time. He was not. He was a little distracted.
He wasn't nearly as invested.
So we just need it outside at a campground, and
Yeah.
he's fully involved.
You didn't keep them up to watch the IU game, though?
No, I was the only one that stayed up for the entire game.
Sent them
Everybody else
to
went
bed.
They went to they were like kind of like they were like, who's this? Because we're like, well, your grandma's a big fan of this team, and so and they're like they kind of watched it like which team, which color is it, or whatever. So then they went to bed.
I was the only one that stayed up in my house too.
My wife went to bed like
They were
partway through the
late.
third quarter. The fourth quarters was all by itself was a great game.
Yeah.
So
She said, "Whatever happens, just do not wake me up," because she realizes I'm not a very good person to watch sports with, especially when it's one of my teams.
Don't be yelling. It was fun. My wife is an IU graduate, so when the band is playing and the cheers are happening, she's playing along at home, and it's like walking into a church you've never been to before, not understanding what's going on.
I do clearly want to give some props. They must have had the band mic'd and on the mixer because you could hear the IU pep band the entire time. They're top 5 music program in the country apparently, and they showed it. They played like the March on Isengard from the Lord of the Rings during the football game as one of their songs. They went deep on the nerddom. Good for them. They played a lot of Imperial March. That was interesting to watch because like good marching band, good pep band. But somebody must have been a fan because you at no point you go back and watch that game. Tell me how many minutes you don't hear the band in the background.
It's all a part of the college
I
atmosphere.
know, but I was like, they have to have a mic'd and on the mixer to like move him up and down his knee because it was constantly there. It was cool.
That's perfect. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Good luck. Thoughts and prayers to anybody that's in somewhere south of the Ohio River. I hope that
Make sure you have bread, milk.
I hope that you have
eggs.
all of the French
And some
toast
rock
supplies
Something to melt
in the
it.
kitty litter, and you should probably ought to order Amazon order a couple shovels right now and let Bones get them to you because
Yeah.
this stuff's coming. We'll catch you next week.